Good morning, dear students. The theme of our lesson today is the most famous British writers participle. The aim of the lesson is to enlarge students' knowledge about British writers and their works, and to know the usage of participle. Expected outcomes: students will be able to use participle correctly. Now, let's answer the questions. Do you like reading? What are your favorite books? What famous British writers do you know? Okay. There are a lot of famous names in the history of literature of Great Britain. The name of William Shakespeare is one of them. William Shakespeare is a famous English writer. He was born on the 23rd of April, 1564. William lived in a small English town, Stratford-on-Avon. When he was a child, he went to a grammar school. William Shakespeare worked as an actor. He acted at the London theatre called the Globe. In 1594, William Shakespeare wrote his famous tragedy Romeo and Juliet. William Shakespeare wrote about 37 plays and many poems, such as Hamlet, Othello, King Lear, and etc. Another famous writer is Charles Dickens. Charles Dickens, an English novelist, the greatest one of all. Dickens was born on February 7, 1812 in Portsmouth on the southern coast of England. His The Pickwick Papers, Oliver Twist, A Christmas Carol, David Copperfield are very popular. He describes life in Victorian England and shows how hard it was for the poor and for children. Here are his famous works. Now let's speak about Agatha Christie. Agatha Christie is a famous English writer. She was born on the 15th of September 1890 in England. Agatha didn't go to school and got her education at home. In 1914, she got married. She took part in the First World War. She was a nurse. Agatha Christie began to write detective stories in 1920. Her first novel was The Mysterious Affair at Styles. She became famous in 1926. Agatha Christie wrote 68 novels, 17 plays, and more than 100 stories. Agatha Christie is a queen of crime. Here you can see Christie's famous works such as Nemesis, Murder on the Orient Express, Sleeping Murder, Third Girl. Jane Austen. Jane Austen was born on 16 December 1775 in the village of Steventon in Hampshire. She was one of 8 children of a clergyman and grew up in a close-knit family. Jane Austen, an English novelist whose works include Sense and Sensibility, Pride and Prejudice, Emma. Her masterful use of language and irony made Austen one of the most influential and honored novelists in English literature. You can see here book covers of your famous works. Okay, now let's speak about Joanne Rowling. Joanne Rowling was born in July 1965 in England and grew up in Chepstow. She adopted her pen name J.K., incorporating her grandmother's name Kathleen for the latter initial. She is the author of one of the most popular British children's books about young magician Harry Potter. Here you can see the book covers of all the parts of Harry Potter. Now let's do tasks. The first task is match the writers and their works. Бірінші тапсырма, жазушылар мен олардың шығармаларын сәйкестендіріңіз. Okay, the next task. Answer the questions. Сұраққа жауап беріңіз. Who acted at the London theatre called the Globe? What is William Shakespeare's famous tragedy? Who took part in the First World War? Who is Queen of Crime? Who is the author of one of the most popular British children's books about young magician Harry Potter? Please write answers into your copybooks. And now let's read the text about Oscar Wilde. Your task is read the text and write out participles. Ұлыбритания елінің атақты жазушыларының бірі Оскар Уайльд туралы мәтінді оқып, мәтінде кездескен есімшені жазып алыңыз. Note that English verbs have two participles, the present participle and the past participle. Participles have some qualities of verbs and are used in the formation of the continuous, perfect and continuous tenses. For example, he is typing. He has written a letter. Есімше етістіктердің қасиеттеріне ие және continuous, perfect және perfect continuous шақтарын құруда қолданылады. Мысалы, ол хат жазып отыр. Ол жаңа ғана хатты жазып бітті. Participles have some qualities of adjectives and are used as attributes in a sentence. For example, a smiling girl surprised faces. Есімше сын есімнің кейбір қасиеттеріне ие және сөйлемде анықтауыш ретінде қолданылады. Мысалы, таңданған жүздер, күлімсіреген қыз. Participle are also used in the function of adverbial modifiers. For example, surprised he didn't know what to say. Сонымен қатар, есімше сөйлемде пысықтауыш рөлін атқарады. Мысалы, таңғалған ол не айту керектігін білмеді. Task number 3, B. Fill the Venn diagram, classifying the participles. Үшінші тапсырмада Venn диаграммасын толтыру қажет. Okay, I think that you have finished this task. Now, it is time for reflection. Look at the ladder of success and find where are you. The first step, I know the material. The second step, I understand the material. And at the top, I can use the material. That's great. Home task. Your home task is to learn all the rules and to write an essay on the topic My Favorite Writer. That's pretty much all you need to know about British writers and participle. Our lesson is over. Thank you. Goodbye.